This is a real telltale story where a florist vowed to never work with Meghan Markle again after she allegedly screamed at her over a social media post. Now, that raises two very serious questions. One, is it true? Because these are obviously allegations from a source reported in the news, and we've had this conversation before, whether they're true or not. Newspapers can pretty much print whatever they like, and they can't be held in contempt of court in England and Wales for not revealing their sources and so on. But nonetheless, they can be sued for defamation if it turns out to be wrong. But this is being reported by one of their sources. So nonetheless, this is actually Sky News Australia, so it's not England and Wales anyway. But this says here that a florist vowed to never work with her, Meghan Markle, again after she allegedly screamed at her over a social media post, saying that it invaded her privacy. Second question is, if it is true, why the attitude? I mean, I've spoken in recent videos about attitude towards people and behavior and this sort of stuff. Now, I'm going to speak generally because I don't know if this is true or not. I'm reporting on the allegation, but let's say that something like that were true. Where does this attitude come from? Because when I go out and about, I do see a lot of different behaviors and attitudes, and I hear all of you in the comments that have responded to my discussion over behavior, manners, courtesy, integrity. You see, I do Taekwondo, and we have tenets in Taekwondo, tenets which are those qualities that make up the artist, make up the person, make up the character that you aspire to be for the true dedicated practice of Taekwondo and any martial arts. And I frankly think that extends to any area of life. Those are courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. And so out of those, the couple that really matter in everyday life, and I've always said that these matter and you can carry with you throughout your life, are courtesy and integrity. You should have courtesy to everybody around you, insofar as it's deserved, insofar as you really can. And the integrity, that is both to yourself, to your art, to your study, to your work, to your place of work, to your colleagues and everyone else. And so you have integrity to those. So if you are, let's say in this scenario here, someone is ordering some kind of bouquet, which is what was going on in this story, you should have the courtesy and the integrity to the people with whom you work and who serve you in whichever way. Nonetheless, this is reported as a fresh allegation that she's mistreating employees after this florist spoke out about this force that she was speaking to her with. It says Sussex insiders have come forward with these fresh claims. Now, these insiders must be somebody trusting that they exist, of course, must be somebody close to the family and or friends or whatever. And they say that Meghan Markle screamed at employees on the phone, reduced staff to tears, and she's been at the center of this stream of allegations, terrorizing staff, etc. And there's many reports across the news this month. And when there are so many of them, one may start to believe that they're all true. Not saying they are, I'm just saying these are the allegations. There are plenty of them, and there's plenty of reputable news sources. For example, if Sky News is reporting it, I know a lot of people criticize Sky News, but if they're reporting it, they must have it from a source that they trust. Whether it's true or not, it's reported on one of their sources. And so when we look here, it also reports on the Sunday Times, Daily Beast editor Tom Sykes, recounting the allegations of former staff members and coaches saying that they were mistreated by Meghan. Someone says, I witnessed people being chewed up in person and over the phone and made to feel like a expletive, one former Sussex staffer told Mr. Sykes. It was an incredibly fraught time, and I'm inclined to give her the benefit of the doubt. She has said to herself she was feeling not so great at certain times. And a celebrity florist bore this full brunt. So what was all this about? It seems it was about very little, but exploded out of all proportions. The florist claimed to have posted a detail about a bouquet they were working on for Meghan without identifying that she was the client on social media. So they are there putting together this bouquet. They're probably proud of their work. They want to promote the business. They're doing a great job on this thing. they want to promote it. They want to put it on their social media, as does everybody else. And so say all of us, right? We want to put these things out. And it was obviously identified. And then allegedly, she's had a go. It says here, Meghan, who ironically earns millions of spilling royal secrets and stepping out from official duties, allegedly screamed down the phone at the florist for invading her privacy. Even though, and there is a legal angle to this, even though we're on Black Belt Secrets, please do subscribe if you like these brutally honest, frank thoughts, discussions and opinions here, which I don't do on my main channel as I call it. That wasn't the first channel. This was the first channel. Secrets was the first channel. We started with martial arts and now bit of a free-for-all. So conversation. Subscribe if you like chatting with me. Where was I? Invading a privacy. There is a law angle. That's where my train of thought was going. There is a legal angle. It's not invading privacy just to post a picture of work unless it divulges personally identifiable information, which if it didn't, it's not an invasion of privacy. If it had a name on it or a child's name on it or part of the address on it or anything else that was information that made them personally identifiable from that information, then it's not invading privacy. So for example, my Taekwondo suits have got my name here, Master Daniel Shensmith, written on here. Now, people that follow my channels know my name. In fact, my other channel, my money-making, wealth-creating, helping you create wealth channel, Daniel Shensmith, I'll link it below as well. Do go and check that out as well. And if you want all the secrets on how to build these YouTube channels, that's being covered on there as well. That's my name. So I make no secret about my name, but let's say it were a secret. Let's say that there was some top secret thing that I was working on, that some company was working on for me, and it had my name on it, and they published it, and I didn't want people to know that I was having that thing made, at least yet, or whatever, and it was spilling some kind of secret. I might say, that's private information. Don't publish that. It's got my name on it. But that's not the case here, at least insofar as I can tell, because it says here, without identifying that she was the client. So it says to me that her name wasn't on it. There was nothing else on it that was identifiable. It's not invading privacy, therefore. And so I think there is no reason to be upset. And even if there were, it would be a civil issue anyway. It would be calling them up and say, you're not supposed to publish this. This has got my name on it. This is private. It's confidential. You're not supposed to publish it. But they said here that they vowed never to work with her again, despite the prestige of having her as a client. If you're working for her, you're often treated like a tradesman who'll be treated like expletive. And these disturbing reports, it says, comes years after she said that she faced claims of being bullied. Now, I don't know whether they're true or not, and it makes little difference. Now, the thing is here, is regardless of whether there was, even if there was an invasion of privacy or whatever and so on, there should not be people being treated this way. No one should be treated that way. It's like you see the signs that say, please don't mistreat our staff. That they shouldn't be necessary, but they are necessary because people mistreat other people. People shout at other people when there's no cause to. Now, if you've got somebody being rude and you are scolding them for being rude, that's different. That's a response. And let's say you're in a position of authority, you're a parent, you're a teacher, a guide, a mentor, even a prison officer. If you're scolding somebody for being rude or misbehaving, mistreating you, whatever, that's different. But in these kind of scenarios, if you're working with somebody, or rather they are doing a service for you, they are providing you with a service, if they are doing that and let's say they do something, let's say they out and right do something wrong, let's say that they publish details that they shouldn't have done, it's human nature to lose your temper now and again, to have a go, but that has to be proportionate. It has to be justified. And if you do, you do have to be able to justify that. It can't just be because you don't want it published, unless it's actually causing you any detriment. So in this scenario, like this one here, if they've just posted a picture of something and nothing more, and there is no more than posting that image of something that they're working on, and she didn't want it posting, that's all there is to it. There should be no losing of tempers here for things like that. And this really takes me by surprise that these stories keep coming out again and again. But again, let me know your thoughts and comments in the box below. We're here for discussion. We're here for chat. Please do subscribe. This is my rather opinionated channel, free-flowing discussion channel. Check out my main channel if you haven't already. I am a black belt barrister over there, helping you to understand law. Here we have free-flowing conversation. My money channel, as I call it, Daniel Shensmith, at the link in the description below, helping you create wealth. Or if you want me to touch on how to create wealth on this channel, this is kind of a variety channel. In fact, little story. I often do things to try to prove somebody wrong. And so, in fact, one of the reasons I originally became a barrister was somebody said, actually 2 people said, you wouldn't understand because you're not a barrister. And I thought, we'll see about that. And so several years of training later, law degree, an LLB, I got a first class, I'm proud to say, and an LLM, Master in Laws. I'm proud to say I got a distinction for that as well, which because it incorporated the bar course, I got a distinction on the bar course. So very proud to say I've got 2 first-class degrees, one of which is a master's, and I qualified as a barrister, did pupillage, and now I'm a practicing barrister. I showed them. And so the reason I'm telling you that is someone once said to me that you can't have a variety channel on YouTube. You can't have a channel with lots of different things on YouTube. Well, I disagree, because on this channel here, if you want to learn, this is on Black Belt Secrets, this is right here. If you want to learn to skate, roller skate, I have a video for that in the video list below. If you want to learn to make Chinese crab meat and sweet corn soup, that's in the video list below. Here we're talking about people mistreating people, allegedly, for which there is no need, and I take offense to that. That's on this channel. So I think that qualifies. Oh, and it started as a martial arts channel, so there's loads of martial art videos originally. If you want to go right back and see my original martial art videos, let me know if you want me to see, you want to see me do any of those again. I still train and teach regularly. I might do some more videos on here. Let me know if you're a martial artist and if you want me to discuss things. Little story about that. I like telling little snippets on tangents here and there. I discussed something on my main channel, Black Belt Barrister, yesterday on a live, which was your focus and your attention needs to be in the right place. And I think this helps with this story about allegedly losing temper with someone that's working for you. Where you place your focus really, really matters. And the example I gave is martial arts linked based. So if you are, let's say, doing a front kick with your right leg, say, in martial arts, you can think about this, whether you're a martial artist or not. Think about this. Where is your focus? So you're doing a front kick, let's say, to a pad or a target or whatever. What are you thinking about? Where is your mind focused? Most of you, even the martial artists among you, most of you will probably say your right leg, if that's the leg that you're kicking with. So your focus is on your right leg. Now, if you do that, the kick will be weak because you'll be easy to knock over. So if your focus is on the right leg and you connect with a pad, which is slightly resisting you, or more than slightly resisting you, it will push you backwards and you won't retain your balance. And the reason for that is your focus is in the wrong place. Your focus needs to be on the standing leg, because that's where the support is. That's where you are rooted. That's where the strength comes from. And your strength in the kick comes from the standing leg. That's why in most Kung Fu styles, or Gung Fu styles, as we should say properly, the weight and the core strength is on the standing leg, not the leg that is kicking. And so usually the rear leg, very often the rear leg, until you transfer to the front, and we'll get all technical. Let me know if you want to hear more about martial arts philosophical explanations, because they have an effect on everyday life. But that is something you can transfer. Whether you're a martial artist or not, you can transfer that understanding. If your focus is in the wrong place, it makes you weak. And that applies here. If you're focused on things like this, with a minor disagreement, allegedly, about this floral arrangement that was posted on social media that didn't identify any personal identifiable information, if your focus is getting angry at the person that did that, your focus is in the wrong place and it makes you weak. That's my little story for today. If you like this, please do subscribe. If you want more, please do subscribe. And please do leave me your comments. I really enjoy going through your comments. I regret and I apologize that I can't go through them all. Between the two channels, I get something between 50 and 100,000 comments a month, but I do try and come across as many as I can. And I'll respond to those that I can. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. I will be back very soon. Take care.